What did we just see, bro? Oh, okay, hold on a sec. That was like a roller coaster for me, man. Like at first I was they started cutting out the show, the credits were rolling, and I'm like, okay, wait, hold on a second. They're holding off a little too hard from cutting the cameras off and showing the Netflix logo, and then the guy started coming out, and I'm like, okay, all right, they're giving the whole tribute. The bam, the gong hit, and I'm like, hold on, are we about to get? Is this a little teaser? Is this a little teaser? I don't know. Didn't end up being a teaser. Then Undertaker, badass, the American badass came in, and he's all like, "Hey, we got unfinished business." I'm like, "Damn! Are we about to get a Taker versus Styles Part 2?" But unfortunately, we didn't get that either. I was again way too excited. But one of the greatest of all time, the phenomenal AJ Styles, is the newest inductee in the 2026 Hall of Fame. Oh my god, bro, we're hyped. Like, that was, and what was like even funnier to me is the fact that like when AJ Styles like turned around and threw his fist in the air in celebration, I thought for a very like quick second that he was about to deck Undertaker, and we finally got a little match or a heel turn or something, man. I was looking forward, but you know what? Again, that's just me being delusional, just like I was with Cena and his retirement, hoping that it was all fake and it was not going to happen. But regardless, we got such a great thing going on over here, man. Like, AJ Styles deserved this. I cannot wait to see his induction and his speech in general, man. What a way to end off Raw. Today, we saw the elimination qualifying match with Io, Kyrie, and Raquel, and then we saw the other qualifying match. Oh, man, that sucked, bro. El Grande, not sucked that it was a bad match, but like it like apparent, like reportedly according to WrestleVotes, it was supposed to be Bronson Reed that was supposed to take the dub in that match, but he got an injury, a distal bicep tear, and that thing is like basically in your bicep, like here, there's that little tendon that attaches your bicep. That thing, basically like tore off or whatever. So he went for it immediately. Vision is cursed. Like, there has to be something. You got all original members of the Vision now injured. Like what do you even do from there with the Vision? At this point, you might as well get Logan and Theory the tag team titles to sort of keep up that momentum going and like not let it fade away, because Theory and Logan haven't really had a proper story leading up to WrestleMania, or in general anyway, so I feel like that's a way you can kind of save the faction a little bit. But Jay being the winner of that match, I feel like that was, like, okay, Jay is great. I'm not too mad that he's going to be running back the Yeet in the chamber. Like, again, it's entertaining. It is what it is. Like, a lot of people cry about it. To me, it's not a big deal. Like who cares? He's getting the crowd engaged. We always complain about the crowd not being loud enough, the crowd not being this and that. Well, when Jay does that stuff, it gets the crowd engaged, and then it sort of bleeds on more into the match anyway. So it's like, just stop crying, guys. Like, you guys cry way too much, bro. Just chill out for a little bit, enjoy the show, and just yeet along. Like, it's corny as fuck, but keep calm and yeet on, bro. But that should have been El Grande. But on the women's side, though, I'm not mad at Raquel Rodriguez winning that one. That was a good one. I was kind of hoping for Io to get. I really want to see a double champ Io. I wanted her to get qualified, win the chamber, and then go after Jade for the championship at Mania. But it's all good because we have plenty of time, I hope, for Io to become a double champ. But Raquel being in there, that's a great opportunity right there. See, my thinking here, hear me out. Raquel wins the chamber, and then she just says, "Hell no, I'm not facing Jade. I'm gonna go against Steph." And that just creates a whole other like mess between the Judgment Day and, it's kind of like a get back from Raquel to Liv Morgan. Like, yo, you screwed me at the Rumble, and now I'm gonna be putting myself in this match and making it a triple threat. So now it's gonna be even harder for you to win the title. But coming back onto planet Earth and being more realistic, you got a giant versus a giant, Raquel versus Jade. It's without question, if Raquel does win the chamber, that's the way it's gonna be booked, I feel. But that triple threat match, I am seated. Now going over to Brock Lesnar, I've been seeing a lot of stuff on X, and people are kind of pressed about the fact that he's making 6 appearances leading up to Mania. I'm not mad about it, but the reason that people are pressed, and you can understand, is that he's like, the next appearance is March 16th. But what he did today was he just came out. Paul Heyman spoke on his behalf and was like, "Yo, he's the best. Nobody's gonna be able to go against him." And he's issuing an open challenge at Mania. So whoever's brave enough, whoever has the biggest balls to face him at Mania, come out and do so. My thinking is that, okay, Oba Femi's gonna come out right then and there and be like, "Yo, like, who are you calling weak? Like, I'm not scared of Brock Lesnar. I'm a pummel this guy into the mat." but he didn't end up coming out, and now that raises the question where it's like, okay, is he just gonna come out all those 6 shows or those 6 appearances, make his way into the ring, Paul Heyman speaks on his behalf for like a good 6 minutes or so, and then dips, or is he gonna get squash matches? To me, I like, again, on a road to WrestleMania, bro, we already know Brock Lesnar is a beast. Like, you can put him up against anybody in the locker room, and yes, including the champions Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, and he will obliterate them, right? Like it's without a doubt that Brock Lesnar is more likely to beat anybody in the locker room. We know he's great. We don't need to see squash matches with him going up against like Dragon Lee or God forbid Penta, or El Grande. We just need him to have a proper lead up, at least starting after the Chamber with Obafemi. To me, that's the thing right there. Don't put him in any squash matches. If his next appearance on March 16th, if that's the way we're gonna go about it, then have Obafemi start the rivalry there. Like, Brock, like, you think you're all tough. Well, whatever. I'm not a script writer, sort of. Okay, start it there and then lead it up to Mania right there. I feel like that'll be much better than just doing like squash matches or just coming into the ring and being like, yep, at Mania, I better guess who my mystery opponent is. To me, that's not really selling tickets, because for all we know, somebody like Joe Hendry could pop out and be like, yo, I'm here to face you, Brock. I'm your mystery opponent. And it's like, really? Like, we didn't just buy like $1,300,000 tickets to see 1,300,000? Isn't that 1.3 million? What the hell is going on? Anyways, you guys get the point. Really expensive tickets to see Brock Lesnar versus Joe Hendry. That would be a great match on a regular show, but I feel like Mania-esque. No, the Vision should change their name to the Impaired. Oh my god, bro. Nah, you're terrible for that, Mr. MVD75. That is horrible. But he's not wrong. Like, you got Braun Breaker out, you got Rollins out, and now you got Reed out. Like, they're literally cursed. Like, this is not going well at all for the stable whatsoever. Braun Breaker, that match would have been fire, bro. Like, that would have been so amazing to see him go up against either Punk or McIntyre. Like, it would have, I mean, it will obviously would have been Punk because it's Raw, but still, like, that would have been a crazy match to see. But hoisting a table up, injured himself, getting a hernia. Like, how more cursed can you get from that, bro? Again, just make something happen with Logan in Theory and keep the faction going in some way, or just scrap the faction entirely and have them go on. Like, those guys can do well solo. Like I don't see them needing to rely on a faction for them to be great. Like, Bronson's proved himself. Logan Paul proved himself a while ago. Austin Theory's proved himself a while ago, especially after post Vince glazing. Like, it's there, right? Like I don't see the issue. We don't need to worry about Seth Rollins, and Braun Breaker again has already like shown into his own light. Like, just do everybody solo, make everybody solo. Like there wouldn't be a big deal with that. The look on Jay's face when he realizes that now he has to work on Saturday. That's crazy, bro. First appearance of my homeboy Hobbs, and they got him crying in front of the boss's wife. Hold on a second. Why are people bugging about that? That's not a big deal. Like, again, it's promoting Steph's podcast, but like, he's talking about his brother that saved his life from a drug dealer. But I don't know if I heard that correctly, but it's a pretty sad story, bro. I don't know why you would clown him for that. Okay, now see, Seth faked his injury leading to SummerSlam, and now he has cursed himself and everybody around him. Like this is not the first time I'm seeing this, bro. Again, this is why everybody's saying that the Vision has to be cursed at this point. Seth genuinely gets injured after faking an injury prior, and now like everybody's just falling down like dominoes. Like, God forbid Theory and Paul, like they need to be careful, bro. Otherwise they're next. This is the lamest road to WrestleMania ever. Roman Reigns won the Rumble, but doesn't even show up each week. I'm not, again, I don't have an issue with that statement, because it's true. A Rumble winner, Liv Morgan, for example, she's showing up every week doing her thing. I understand. Like, tickets aren't selling well. Okay, fine. So what do? You bring in the guy that will 1000% sell tickets, right? Whether you hate him or like him, you're going to be seated for a Roman Reigns appearance and a Roman Reigns match. It is what it is. He's proved himself to be that guy. That's why he is that top guy. I mean, he shows up, everybody's out of their seats. But then that's where I find is the issue, is that, okay, It's one thing to have to rely on a certain person and loop them in despite their very busy schedule, but it's another thing to be like, okay, well, the major disconnect here is that like why haven't we built the stars needed to not have to rely on somebody else like that, somebody with more time on their hands, somebody that has more of the availability, of course, and of course and has the potential to be that, you know, among one of the top people. Why aren't you building those people up? And then that's where I feel like like one of the major issues right now is that we're not building those top stars. Like, you're starting to see that snowball effect with Javon Evans. He's kind of getting there, right? He's going up more and more of the top guy. You know, we're not really seeing that with LA Knight when we should be. You saw that with Roxanne. I mean, she's injured now, right? But you saw that with Roxanne. It's like, why aren't we building these folks? Theory and Paul, for example, like those guys have massive potential. I'm not a guy that's a big fan of Paul, but in terms of professional wrestling, this guy's great. Like he is great in the ring, right? So if you put him in Theory, like, why aren't we not building him in Theory up? You know, like they could be people that could genuinely sell tickets, right? Like, for example, totally just throwing this out there just cause, but like Paul versus Bad Bunny. Like, people would like to see that, right? Bad Bunny's proven himself. That's something that could sell, sort of, right? And then Theory versus, like, I don't know, like, just again throwing it out there just because, just for the sake of it. Him and LA Knight, right? You could do something like that. It doesn't matter who comes out on top. Preferably LA Knight in that case, but build these people up so you don't have to rely on people that are so much more busier that they can't even show up every single week after winning a major opportunity like the Royal Rumble. Like you can't just toss the Rumble to somebody that's not going to show up like that. Give it to somebody that's going to actually like appreciate that and absorb that and actually like be a workhorse for that, holding that Rumble winner title. You mean to tell me that I'm supposed to believe that she got KO'd 2 minutes into a match from hitting the same post someone hits their face on every single week? What is this booking? They don't expect you to believe anything anymore since they completely nuked the concept of kayfabe. I'm so confused by that whole match. What was the point of it? Sometimes you just gotta stick with the storyline, bro. Like who cares, right? Sure, they hit the post like every other week or whatever, but maybe this time it was just a little bit harder to the point where she got concussed, or maybe she landed on it awkwardly where she got concussed and knocked out. Just go with the story, bro. Try to enjoy this shit instead of like trying to like break it down and analyze it a little too much. Just enjoy the production. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's where we tend to like lose the interest and enjoyment, if anything, of like shows and whatever. It's because we just like break them down a little too much. Leave that for Unreal. You know what I'm saying? Like leave that for Unreal when they start breaking down those things. But for the time being, just be that like stupid fan that believes whatever. And again, I'm not mad at the finish of that match. One, you don't want to make Natty look weak, because there's no way somebody like Maxine Dupree is going to beat Natty, right? Without multiple attempts of doing so, of course. And two, you don't want to diminish the momentum that Maxine Dupree is gaining, even though she's been losing, even though she hasn't necessarily gotten like wins on her column, like racking up wins on her column. She's still looking great. Like she has the potential to again be among, you know, those main eventers, right? Or mid card title esque or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is fine. But the issue to me is that, like, okay, how do you wrap this storyline? Like there's like, you can't just go back to them being friends again. You can't just go back to like just scrapping that entirely. There has to be a finish. And again, the finish to me is Natty beats Maxine. But then Maxine and goes on like a triumphant journey where she's, you know, finding herself, building her back up to the top again and facing people that are more so in her thing. And then later on, after that build up of experience, she faces Natty again and beats her, you know? Like it's to me it shouldn't be that difficult. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this Raw of February 23rd Reddit. And yeah, I have my own subreddit. I'll put it in the description if anybody would like to share stuff and hot takes and whatever. I'd love reviewing those. Well, once we get to people actually posting in there, I would love to review them and stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Tomorrow is NXT. I'm going to try to do a Reddit for that one as well. But hey, man, AJ Styles, you deserved it, bro. Peace.